Hello, friends. It is I, Meat Sack Jimmy, or Andy, or whoever. Who am I today? Today, I will do another short garden tour. Hopefully, it'll be short. We had a very large rainstorm, like 2 hours ago, and so everything is very wet. As you can see, it is time to trim the hostas. Because they are getting rather thick. We have lots of roses. Before the rainstorm, this morning, there were many more roses. But then a rainstorm came and destroyed them. My heart is not incredibly broken about it. Here's some spirea and some volunteer trees that are definitely going to get taken out. Oh, look at that one. And my row of hostas over here. I'll take you down this way. Got lots of creeping Charlie in here in my lawn. Do I care? No, I do not. This bud is so delicate. It reminds me of like a Lysianthus, but like a double. So here we have a rose bush. I'll zoom out here. Maybe I could try. Oof. It's got lots of things around it. Let me step down here so you can see all of the petals that are on the grass because of the rainstorm. This was gloriously full today, and it still does have a lot of blooms. But, and they're kind of like headed, kind of like aimed down right now. Many buds that are just very wet right now. So that is the shrub roses in the front of my yard. They lose their petals very quickly, and I'm not particularly a fan. Now, if a rainstorm had happened and all of my David Austin rosebuds had lost their petals because the rain was so hard, I probably would be crying. But I'm not too hurt over losing these, because I think at the end of the season I'm going to take these out or cut them back, like a lot. Who knows? More. You see all the rose petals that have come down on the hostas. Yeah, this baby's getting trimmed back at least. And then I've got Weigela here, which is fantastic. Weigela just reminds me of some Hollywood glamour. She's so beautiful. She doesn't really have a scent. Her scent is very light, let's put it that way. And as I understand it, her bloom is very short-lived, which in all the time, we took the house in July, one of the two. We took possession in June 18th, so about this time last month, last year, and it's May, and I'd never seen the Weigela in bloom. I love it. I do think it's so pretty. I just wish it had more of a scent, and it's not going to focus, is it? There we go. This is soon to be once I bring up the plastic, this will be like a little cute little area. I'll have pavers put down, And then a wire gazebo, which will be very pretty, but right now it's not. So, but this should be coming up shortly. We've been waiting for some warm days for it to kill the grass, but I think I just need to give up that dream and just pull it up. This is my Ito peony. I did not plant her. Look how ginormous that bud is. It is ginormous. She's huge. And she's yellow. She's very pretty. Let's head this way. Past the ugly black plastic. Got lots of Siberian irises. Very pretty. I did not think that I had irises in this yard. So I'm very, very happy about that. This, whatever this needs to get pulled, whatever it is. Hostas galore. I put caladiums in here, but caladiums are not coming up. I have planted caladiums in 3 locations and none of them have come up. So this is a burning bush. It needs to get taken out because I am too sick of pulling runners. More of the irises and a couple wild geraniums, which are my absolute freaking favorite. And some buttercup, ranunculus, and something I forget the name of. More hostas, chokecherry or serviceberry, one of the two. Hostas and ferns. And before I was like super over hostas. Now I appreciate them for the ground cover they are. There's only one hosta I've added to this garden because I've taken a lot of hostas out, and it's this one right here because I noticed I didn't have that variety, and since I have the rest of the collection, gotta catch them all, right? These 2 willows need to be taken out and replaced with something else. I don't particularly appreciate willows being there. Let's walk over to the peonies. I've got 7, 8 peony plants in this area. Little maple acer, Japanese maple. It is a red secret from Aldi, apparently. Oh, I need to come out and cut these. These were not in marshmallow stage this morning, but now they are. I might leave them on the vine. I don't know. Or on the stem. I don't know. They are rather pretty. I think all of these are going to be fuchsia pink. I don't know what the previous owners had about pink, but it's pink everything here, y'all. These are beautiful. These are not mine. But boy, oh boy, aren't they gorgeous. And some yellow irises too. This is not mine. This is the dividing line right here. So anyway, I think this is the only light pink peony that they planted. This was an early bloomer and gave me like 3 blooms, and they were not very healthy. Let's go back over here. I have no idea what these are. I have no idea what, like, I used to know. I identified them, keyed them in, and I forgot. Got more hostas. We need to cut the grass desperately. Desperately need to cut the grass. Let's go back over here. Little hanging basket. This is like the second flush for these azaleas or rhododendrons or whatever they choose to be. Rose that I have no idea what it is. It does have a couple buds on it. Is probably, frankly, going to get cut back. Only because I am planting something else there. I just picked a little baby seedling out of this giant hosta. Look how huge these are. Like, these are ginormous. Rainstorm killed a bunch of my alyssum buds. I've got flowering scented stock. This is dahlias. They were accidentally left out in the rain. A tomato that just does not have a whole lot of will to live that I was given. All of my tomatoes that I grew from seed are perfectly happy because I hardened them off. This one was not hardened off and is just not doing well. So this one hardened off. That sucker needs to... Oh, that's another additional plant, not a sucker. So this is mine. This is what was given to me. And this baby, I have worked on hardening it off, and it just is not taken. Pansies, they show as really purple in this video. They're actually just regular old blue. Chamomile, there's some Angelonia down there as well. These are my dahlias. One has a giant bud on it. It's very exciting. More dahlias, zinnias, dahlias, and Nicotiana and Angelonia mint, 2 different types. These are my hellebores because I haven't found a real place for them for the garden yet. This is my umbrella of alyssum. Then we go into here. Zoom out a bit. Things that I have yet to plant. 2 Teasing Georgia roses need to get in the ground, but I have to put some trellises in first. This is going to be flowering scented stock, but it needs to warm up here, and good gravy. The weather here just can't decide what it wants to be. This is verbena. This, I believe, is hosta, maybe, or rudbeckia, or I have no idea. I think I might have sown these seeds, then I don't remember. And lavender, lots of lavender, mint, some herbs over here, basil and rosemary, and lemongrass. A rose. There's like a really big mess going on right here because all these branches are a vegetable trellis waiting to happen, and I just haven't found time to have it happen yet. Rose is a grandiflora, I think. Salvia, which is basically just taken over this planter. It was supposed to have Russian sage and another type of sage, but now it's just a different type of sage, salvia. This is all lavender. Got random planters of things here. I'm not really a big fan of petunias, but I ended up with these, so here we are. More salvia. Yeah, this is all just a random area. This is what I am calling berry row, plus 2 potatoes. So we've got raspberry, blueberry, which it is starting to set fruit, so that's pretty cool. Probably won't focus, I guess. Blackberries, which I know the plant doesn't look like it's doing too hot, but it's doing much better than it was. And then another blackberry. These are sweet peas and cauliflower. Over here we have a random bed of wildflowers that I threw in wildflower seed a little while back and was like, do what you want. I did that last year in this planter as well, and it turned out fantastic. This is radishes. These are radishes, I should say. Radishes and carrots. And they're not doing as awesome as I'd hoped, but I do have some hope. You see all of these little babies coming up, so it's not the worst. This is supposed to be cucumbers. It's supposed to be cucumbers that I started from seed, but they are not happy. So who knows if those are gonna make it. This is a burning bush, and I hate it, and it needs to go away. And we need to just cut it down, but we haven't done that yet. I'm really sick of pulling runners. That's the thing. So this bed I had covered with black plastic, and to try to kill runners and to kill weeds. It did succeed in killing weeds, though I do see that there's some sprouts coming back up. So I'm going to have to weed in here. And then this is just gravel. It's just pea gravel and dirt. And boy, I have a lot of feelings about it. It does have some tulips in here that I planted, and the heat did not kill the tulips, so they're coming up anyway. Heat from solarizing. And so it's a little late in the season, but they're coming up anyway, so I'm like, whatever. You want to live, I'll let you live. Please just ignore this. Another rose, random rose that I got from Tractor Supply, and I couldn't live without her, so here she is. This is a David Austin. This is, which one are you? This is a Generous Gardener, who is a shade-loving climber, so I'm excited about her. These random pots. Some dahlias that I got from the farmer's market. Random things over here that need to get planted. And these, we've had a lot of rain recently, and they're not too pleased about that. Actually need to get deadheading again. These are very productive plants, actually. Which surprises me. The verbena is not done so hot though, so I'm kind of surprised. This is another David Austin. This is Bathsheba. These are two different types of basil, and these are not doing as hot as I'd hoped. Have a peony right here, which doesn't have any buds on her yet, but hopefully soon. I just gave her another hit of fertilizer. Lilies. These will be blooming next month. They're phenomenal. They smell phenomenal. They're phenomenal. I think they're like a yellow sorbet peony. Second flush of these, or better flush of these. The window that still's not fixed. Over here we have hostas. The spikes are coming up. The bloom spikes are coming up for the hostas already. These are some huge specimens. Huge. I deeply enjoy their ground cover qualities. Here we have Nepeta and wild geraniums. The wild geraniums in this section are mostly done. And then over here, I'll just zoom in. Over here, that is flowering scented stock with bacopa around the edges on this little thing right here. I might have accidentally just hit stop recording, so sorry about that. So anyway, moving on. We'll move around here. We have some giant hostas. We desperately need to mow the lawn, which probably won't get done as soon as one would hope. And then right here I have nasturtiums, little baby nasturtiums. They're probably too close together. That's fine. I just poked in the seed and was like, if you live, you live. And then there's a couple of gladiolus spikes. Over here, I've got an Imogen rose that is on her last leg. I hope she lives. That'd be great. I need to cut back the dying canes, but last time I did that, she just died some more. So I'm a little afraid too. These are empty beds that need to get tomatoes in them, but it keeps raining so hard, like with random rain spells, that I'm a little gun shy to put anything in the ground right now. I've got sweet peas in here, and then got my hops trellis, my moon gate, I do think they've gotten a little bit better. They have chlorosis. I do think they're improving though. I gave them a hit of iron tone, and I think that helped compared to previous photos I took of her. This one was also starting to get chlorosis. I don't know why. Like, they're planted in the same, I planted them the same way. But this is doing fantastically, and as you can see, they now have touched. So that's pretty cool. And now they're starting to branch out. So that's also pretty cool. And I need to do some training on these other sides because they're like a little lost and can't find their way. That's fine. So you can see that they're starting to like really branch out now. So that is pretty awesome. They're really starting to get bushy. I'm really excited about it. The hops were one of the, just gonna try to get them to wrap around here. There we go. The hops was one of the main things I was super excited to grow this year. So I am really pleased with that. I've got Dame's Rocket coming up all over my yard, and I ain't even mad because it's so pretty. I have spread wildflower seed of all types in here, and it's mostly just getting taken up with violets and clover. I'm fine with that, really. So yeah. Here's my bed of ferns, my very large bed of ferns. I will take you to this back side so you can really see. Here is my bed of ferns. Observe my bed of ferns. I really don't mind my bed of ferns. I love them, actually. Let's be real. And then I've got lots of creeping Charlie. Which I know, like, they're weeds and whatever, but they feed the bees, and they're a heck of a lot better for the soil than grass. So I'm fine with it. I'm quite fine with it. Most of my yard now is a mixture of clover and creeping Charlie and violets, Johnny Jump Up, violas, and I'm honestly okay with that. Like, again, it's much better for the soil. I do have a rose bush back here that I like never pay attention to, and I need to cut things back here. I don't know what that board is. It was there when we got here. This is my compost pile. Isn't it great? And then over here, I thought this was phlox, but it's actually Dame's Rocket. And I love it. It comes up volunteer. Technically it's listed as an invasive species. However, and I've got Ago per, I don't know how to say it, and not gonna bother. It's referred to as snow on the mountain, but it's not snow on the mountain euphorbia. Let's put it that way. All of this area just kind of like we just leave to its own devices. And so that's what it is. It's got some dead ornamental grass, at some point. Should have gotten cut back when we did the weed whacking, but it did not. So we just kind of leave things here. I see we have some type of like cannas, or pitcher plants. I guess those are cannas. Like, we don't touch this area at all, and just let it do whatever it wants, because it's kind of like just a nice little bed. So yeah, More Dame's Rocket. This is very pretty. Very pretty. And it smells fantastic. So I really can't complain too much. So I think that covers it. I hope that this was technically, I guess, like a shorter video than the last one, so maybe I'm getting better about that. Coming up here, I have, I do have pincushion flower, scabiosha, and pansies that got knocked down pretty hard from the rain. Strawberries, more strawberries, and a spider that really should not be there. So maybe just, ow. Maybe just don't. Just don't. Just go away. Just don't. So strawberries. This is a watercolor pansy. I will zoom in. It's kind of like a purpley lavender. And then this is my Queen Elizabeth grandiflora. I swear I went to film school. Queen Elizabeth grandiflora. And then peony in that container. I will zoom out here. And then this is my carding mill rose. Looking like she also has some type of chlorosis, I guess. So I also gave her a hit of iron tone, and I've given everybody some seaweed kelp fertilizer just to help. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. These are plants. These are plants. These are plants. Thanks for coming to my garden tour. Please don't look at the ugly stuff. Bye.